What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hall takes it straight ahead. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 3 now. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down and they move those chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And that one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second and 10 now. And in, touchdown, New York. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established into the top gear right here early on.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. From the gun, Stroud. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. And he gets him around 6 there. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 40 on 2nd down. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 29. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
He brings it in. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And this is scooped up by the Jets. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. That second hit, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Wilson's got it. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hall running between the tackles. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Pass play coming here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have 2nd down and 5. Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Out wide, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete, and that brings up third down.
You can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Shotgun now for Stroud. He sends this one to the end zone. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Buys time, roll. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Dropping back to throw. He put some juice on a deep throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, New York! The Jets can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets tie things up at 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Orlando. And it's the Texans. In trouble. It's third real long here. Throwing now off play action. Finding Collins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, a run with Barkley. He still has room, and they get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And this is scooped up by the Jets. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, that was such a nice run with great explosiveness and vision to get free. But you saw he was moving near the end of that kick. You almost felt like a little fatigue set in, and that created the opening. What do they say about fatigue? Make cowards out of all men. I'll tell you what fatigue does on a football field. You can lose the ball security and the ball just like that.
Throwing now, following the turnover. That one's complete, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. Finds his target, Hall. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. He's got it deep downfield. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll throw it again. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they face 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Cut near the goal line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Is in for the New York touchdown. The Jets get some late points and the lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 75-yard line.
Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down, Stroud. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Barkley, a first down and more. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Stroud throwing here on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Joey Slye is set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Slye with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff headed right. Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Stroud off the play fake. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, Stroud. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. He finds space for a few yards that time. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Moving 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Here's Stroud now. Taking a deep shot here. Big gain downfield. And he's going to make it all the way to the goal line before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Barkley has the Houston touchdown. The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They start the half with a give to Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun here. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Able to hit Hall, complete. Hit some space around midfield. Along the right sideline, there's space. Run down, and at the end he loses the football. It's not free. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets picked up the fumble and ran it home. As that play broke big, we both thought it might go for a touchdown, Brock, but not like that.
No, how about the wherewithal? Just the poise in that moment to make the recovery. A lot of times you get that big play in a fumble, you just jump on it, not him. He recovered it with eyes for the end zone still, and the smarts to just keep pushing forward once he secured it.
Extra point is up and good from Sly. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun now for Stroud. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Trying for the deep ball. And that's incomplete. complete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Throw left is intercepted. And the Jets take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They start the drive at home. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. The tackle there finds Danielle Hunter. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
That's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 39. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Looking for a throw here. Near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Hall will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
He keeps it himself. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. The Jets have it with a lead to start the 4th, but the win's not secure quite yet. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. Running back sent in motion. Throwing off the play fake here. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. This one finds Goddard. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Here's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Jets football. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. It's Hall on the carry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They're going play action. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On the counter, Hall has the New York touchdown. The Jets go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Jets double their lead to 14.
Texans 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He's trying to push the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On play action, here's Stroud. Finding Collins. He'll have the 1st down and even more. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Working quickly here. From the red zone now. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They motion a receiver left. From the gun, Stroud. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Cut out left. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The run nets them 9, so a little easier for them now. It's 3rd and 7. We reach the 2-minute warning from Orlando. Jets feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm not not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Darren Stigley Jr. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row?
And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. Texans facing a big play as they go for 2. Setting up to pass. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter.
Texans 29.
Down inside 30 seconds now. Their hopes resting on finding a way to get this football. And the Jets come up with the football and should just about ice this game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Yeah, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the win goes to the Jets. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Orlando.